on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Today we've got an NFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Their own 23-yard line. Play fake. Mayfield. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 76 yards. And the Bucs are on the board first here this afternoon. One play in the end zone on the long touchdown pass. You knew they wanted to get him involved. He's their go-to guy. First play, though, wow.
Yeah, and I remember when I was playing, something similar happened. I remember getting to the sideline and my coach said, so what in the scouting report with circling him, putting a star by him, did you not miss that he was a good player? And that's the question I would have for them now. You know, as you said, he's a go-to guy. How is he not covered? Now, I should say, covered well. At their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there for Philly. 52 yards.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking the secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 13-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. And this one's incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
10 yards to go.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Hurts to throw. Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown! A.J. Brown, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And, CD, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, now you think about it, couldn't.
And got his man complete. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 41 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. They're big fellas up front. They're really making this offense go early in the game.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! Real.
Throwing, Mayfield. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw, Mayfield. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! Chris Godwin from 19 yards away. And the Bucs have taken the lead. On that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Hurts is going to do himself. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
A gain of 14. And an Eagle first down.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Barkley inside handoff. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And the follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down. A gain of 15. First down, Eagles.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 9. They go play action with Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles! Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Elliott good on the extra point. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The partner's a former defensive back. I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Hey, alert 33. Real. 180. Hurry. Point it right. Regular. Alert.
Mayfield. Oh, he's got Ibuka. That's complete. And he's brought down. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. Two guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Hey, alert. 180. King.
Now Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the momentum just continuing to build for them. They had a touchdown their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job, and Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
That's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 32 on the play.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. And he floated one out there incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
A 53-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
King! Point it right, point it right, point it right. Pistol. Run.
Mayfield now. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
2nd and 10.
Hey, alert!
Mayfield to throw it. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Hey, alert 33.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. And that is too far out in front of his intended target, incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Alert! King! Real.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. A handoff, Barkley running left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Buccaneers' 43-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Looking left side, he's got a man. That's Smith. And he'll go out of bounds downs after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 35 yards. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return is Sean Tucker. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They make their second-half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the up. Now Mayfield lost the football, and it's picked up by the Eagles. So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this third quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, they can get away from pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Great, set. 180, 180.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he's going to be hemmed in and blocked down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This from 54 yards away. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And the lead will hold at 10. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
180.
Here's Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
A loss of 11. It's 2nd and 21 at the 34-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
King.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
180. Up, forward. Regular. Hey, alert. Hurry. What's up?
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 35. As a quarterback, Charles, you have to imagine that he knew the heat was coming there on that snap. And this time, the pressure forces him into an interception.
Absolutely he knew. And maybe that's a spot in other parts of the game. He's going to think about just throwing that one away. But down late in the 4th quarter, he has no choice, no luxury. He's got to try and make a play. And even with that pressure around him, he tried to complete it downfield to no avail.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
At the 37-yard line.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Philadelphia.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 2nd down and 6 now. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. On 3rd down, Barkley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines.
Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. You talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on the defensive side of the ball.
14. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Run.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll empty the backfield. A 5-receiver set on 2nd and 3. Back to throw. He completes it to Evans. And Evans will have a Bucs first down as the tackle made up at the 48-yard line.
First and 10 at the
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Mayfield with it once more. But he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this play a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock. So 3 kneel downs should be enough to finish this one off. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Hurts to throw. Will try and do this himself. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Hassan Reddick picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And I'm not sure if he got a little sloppy with his mechanics or just put too much juice on the snap. But either way, this one ends up out of the punter's reach. And now it's up to their defense to bail them out.
at the 22-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Open man has got it, the tight end. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride. Touchdown!
Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Return. The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon,
One hand on his queen, left on the freak. He probably thought they wanted me. Shawty seen that.
Why you all in my face, taking up all of my space? You should get out of my way, you should get out of my way. Don't tell me what I should do, I'ma do what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think, you should get out of my way. Get your talking face out of my way, out of my way, out of my way, out of my way, out of my way. I got too many plays, I don't even play. Get out of my way, out of my way, out of my way.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Today we've got an intriguing NFC matchup lined up here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Green Bay Packers. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lambeau. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
50 Fury. Here we go. Set. Ready.
Play action this time with Love. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he slips up past the 45. Before being tackled. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
What a start here to the ball game. You get the good kick return, followed by a quick first down through the air. If this defense isn't careful, they might be looking at a deficit before they know what hit them.
Got Dobbs over the middle. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Called that a very strong gain of 24. He's locked in early. 2 nice first down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early, spreading it around a little bit in the early game.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
3rd and 8.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Ready.
Here's Love. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one, and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
This is caught. It's Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
At the 47-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 5. Throwing is Hurts. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And it is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
A gain of 29 yards.
We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Throwing. Love. They swing right out wide to Jacobs. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Love. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw now. Here's Love. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Love now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Let's go. Ready.
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 30. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
3-3.
Love, they go play action now. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson. 30 yards. And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fool them with the inside run.
Michael Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Again, it's Barkley. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. A handoff to Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Gain of 3 yards. That's good for the Eagles. First down.
They go play action with Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Here's
a give to Barkley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now a 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they get to him again. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they're going to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready. 22 meter. Ready.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And that will get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. The kick by McManus is good. And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Dawson on the return. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. You know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Now Hurt, and he couldn't get rid of the football, trying to buy a little time, but he'll just tuck it and go down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Hurts.
In the double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
The third down pass. Intercepted. The Packers take over first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter. As the crossing route and hits Watson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Black 40.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Black 95. Claws red.
Love looking to throw it. Touchdown, Packers! Tucker Kraft, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. McManus's point after is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And the Packers Eagles give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. But it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Now Saquon Barkley will get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Here's Hurts to throw. Looking for Dodson, and he's got him. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That goes for a gain of 31.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6. The Packers 16-yard line.
Now back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Elliott is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary 1st step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Pushes past him. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now Love. On the out route, Dobbs brings it in. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
At the 23-yard line.
2nd down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Let's go. Pause red. Ready?
Here's Jacobs from the gun. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, Love. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw is incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
That is intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Makuba. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Hey, thumbs up, alert.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd down. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Lambeau faithful making as much noise as they can. It's 3rd down. He's back to throw. He's got Smith here. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Back to throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
Eagles 1st down. A gain of 13 yards. And an Eagles 1st down.
Let's go. Trim it.
Saquon Barkley running right. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So now after the clutch field goal, he's back out there to boot it away in what's now a tie ball game. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Here's 1st down.
Right. Here we go.
Love. That's taken in by Kraft. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's first and 10.
Let's go now.
Here's Love. Able to find his man, Kraft. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's second and a yard.
Here we go. Set.
Now Love. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
At their own 35-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
To throw, it's May. He's got Hooper on the short connection. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And they go play action with May. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Looking to throw, May. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
So they get a traffic there, and that's complete. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll try and throw forward May. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to give them a little bit of credit for fortitude there. 4th and inches, and they don't run the football. Normally, you just wedge your way through, fall forward, find the yardage. They took a shot and put it in the air, and it paid off.
Maybe they saw the defense overcommitting.
A lot of confidence there, though, because even if they overcommit, you just want to make sure you get the first down. You throw an incompletion on 4th down there, they're going to second-guess you the rest of the game.
Now that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Mancombs were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
They'll get this down to the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. But he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field, despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they step.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And the Pats are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. No score after one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Pats at the line ready to go. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0. And the defense loses it. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Stephon Diggs, 67 yards. And the Patriots post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line, so this is going to come out to the 35. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he stopped immediately there. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going.
Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
To the air, May. And this is caught. Touchdown.
Act your age, ain't just the barbers where you catch a fade. Face covered, cutting through your garden like a masquerade. Before I catch a L, catch a plane. I probably f*** you before I f*** your chain. Switch it up, it's rap, pixie dust. Money ain't to us, broski went and...
Just across the Hudson from downtown Manhattan, we welcome you inside MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants.
Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. It's Graham Gano to get this one started. Off we go from MetLife Stadium. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. To the air right away is Hurts. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
We'll check the reaction for the former Giant. Here is Saquon Barkley. Down the sideline to the 20. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 12. It is a big play for the Eagles. 38 yards.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop it.
They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. It is 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 9-yard line.
Once again, it's Barkley. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Looked to me like the quarterback had the option to pull that and make it a throw, but he decides to give it. Probably wishes looking back that he would have pulled it because there was nowhere for that running back to go.
This opening drive has been a good one, but will it continue? There's a test on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to 16.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
This is fielded inside the 5. And he's brought down right past the 25-yard line. Throwing right away is Dart. The outside, caught by Neighbors. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards. From the 34-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard. A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. I don't think he got that wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with a conservative run, gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on 3rd down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
On 3rd down, they'll run with Tracy.
And these are the tough yards you judge it back on. Like we used to say to our backs, hey, even if we don't block everyone, you've got to be your own blocker. Like you have to find a way to get 1 yard and keep this drive alive. And I think he's able to pick up that 1st down by about a yard or 2.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt. And he can hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
That's going to be incomplete, and they'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. That's going to be incomplete, and they'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
They'll indeed go for it, and it's done. And it'll wind up incomplete. 0-0's on the clock. The first quarter has come to an end. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. More from MetLife Stadium after this. First and 10 now from the 36. Fake the give, now it's Hurts.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 9. To throw, Hurts. The left side and taken in by Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the right zone, inside the 20. Hurts finding Smith, and an Eagle, first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width.
And he will get into the end zone. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Jake Elliott now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Eagles are out to a 10-0 lead.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This placed in the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. He'll be out of bounds beyond the 20-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now Dart. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. And he's going to take this one all the way. 76 yards. Touchdown, Giants. Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. He's got it. And the Giants are on the board. It's 10-7. After that last score, they want it back right away. A rare first half onside kick.
big risk in this situation here, Mike. They're hoping to catch him by surprise, but now when you fail, the other team is able to not only have a short field, they got a chance to extend their lead.
Now again to Barkley, running right, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. 2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. Third down and 9. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
So after being unable to pick up the first down on third down, now they have a decision to make. And, Mike, I think we're seeing this play out all across the league. When you cross midfield, you really enter four-down territory. I think this is a great opportunity to take advantage of the field position, maintain possession, and see if you can get a fresh set of downs.
They'll try it now with Barkley. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on fourth down.
So the offense dips into their RPO game, and the key for any defense defending it is everybody has to do their job. In this case, it's a give read, the running back gets the ball, and the defense makes a great stop on fourth down.
Here's Dart on 1st and 10. He gets that complete downfield to Slayton. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A big play for the Giants. 37 yards.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
19 Tiger.
On first down, Dart. To the end zone, where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be second down now.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
A run here with Tracy on second down. So the Eagles use their first timeout here to talk things over before third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. There's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second, as they'll discuss what's to come. It's fourth down was looming.
It's 4th down.
They'll go, and here's Dart. That's incomplete. Derek Hall on fourth down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
That's good.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Hurts. That's taken in left side by Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome, so it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. What to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
It's 2nd down.
Here's Barkley. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
It's a gain of 13, but it's 3rd down.
Off the play fake, Hurts. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
That's the Eagles' first down.
Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This one from 49. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Eagles will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This taken at the 5. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Okay, ready? Mustang 19. 60 bucks.
On 1st and 10, here is Dart. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Dart. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
On 1st down, it's Hurts. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. Open man, Devontae Smith. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal. Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. Here's Barkley. down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the play, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. Saquon. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Barkley will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
The Eagles will set up for the
Saquon going to try to run it in. And he finds his way to the end zone again. Scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend the lead.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
To throw, it's Dart on 1st and 10. That's complete to the tight end, Theo Johnson. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. The rookie from Ole Miss put that one on target for the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Out of shotgun, it's Dart. We're in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front.
And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down. He's got his tight end, that's Johnson. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the 1st down.
It really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the 1st down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
Another Giants 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. He'll look deep here for Neighbors.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
To the air once more is Dart. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Johnson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another 1st down. To the air again goes Dart. This one taken in by Hyatt. And he's close to another 1st down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Dart gonna throw it again. He's got his man, that's Slayton. And this drive's gonna continue. He's taken down. They are set up with with first and goal. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Throwing again, Dart. Forced out wide. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up second and goal.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Let's go. 19 Tigers.
Dart going to throw it on second down. And try to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked off by Michael Carter. Into space. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
You know, it always amazes me, Mike, that these guys have all this energy, that following a long return like that then they can get into these big, elaborate celebrations. But listen, I don't blame them. You're a defensive guy. You don't get the ball in your hands very often. When you score, man, you better make the most of it.
Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down.
This secondary, I mean, they just continue to impress me this entire game, Mike. I mean, it just feels like every ball is contested. Even the ones that are complete, those windows are tight. In this case, a really nice job knocking the ball away, and I just can't say enough about how hard these guys compete on every play.
They'll pick up 23 on that one. That's good for a Giants first down.
And the Giants first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing, Dart. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
There's really no other way to put it, Mike. This has just been a rough outing for the young rookie quarterback. And I think everyone understands going into these games, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be learning moments that these guys are going to gain that they can only gain through experience. The problem is, it's really hard to have positive learning experiences when you throw 3 picks. He's got to see the field better. He's got to anticipate better. And ultimately, he just needs to play better for his offense to have a chance.
On first and 10, it's Barkley. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and 8. They'll run it here with Saquon. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down.
A 2-yard gain.
So 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. On third down, it's Hurts. He's got his man, it's Smith. And he will have the first down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On play action, here's Hurts. That is caught. What a throw. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the fourth.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let-up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
Their own 19-yard line.
Here's Dart on first and 10. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. He's got it! And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. A big-time play out of the G-Men. 53 yards.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On first down, Dart. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. Nolan Smith in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Third and long. Here we go. One final play. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. That will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. In a game.
Go, go,